We're going to tie a pattern today called the Dark Knight Midge. This is the beadhead version of this fly. This is a very productive pattern that can find its place in just about any water system fishing for trout. Represents a gas-filled midge that hasn't quite gotten to the emergence process yet and sprouted its wings, but still has some of that gas and that shininess underneath its body. So we've gone ahead and mounted a 2488 hook in the vise, and we put on a slightly oversized black nickel bead, and we're going to take a very thin thread. This is Benici black, and we're just going to fill in a little bit of that gap behind the bead. We'll take our thread and we'll start to kind of build up a little bit of a thread dam behind that bead. Just kind of lock it in place a little bit. And it's real important to make sure that we keep a nice thin profile to this fly. Helps in part of its effectiveness. So we'll go ahead and tie in most of our products at the front of this fly and work our way back down the bend of the hook. The ribbing material is going to be small black ultra wire. We're going to tie it in right behind that bead lock that we just did. We're going to tie in our body material at the same time, and that's going to be Montana Fly Company's Midge body thread. It's a great new product that I've been using that I really enjoy. This is the dark gray variety. It's a 230 denier multi-strand cord. We're going to tie that in at the same time as this black wire to try to help reduce the amount of bulk we use by tying it in multiple times with the thread. We're going to take that and we're going to keep that on the bottom near side of this hook. As we wrap this down the bend of the hook, we're going to go a little bit down the bend so that we can get a little bit of that U shape that those midges have, and then just bring our thread back up to the front. I went ahead and cut off a piece of this midge body thread, and I think that helps aid in keeping this fly easier to tie with this material. And I'll just wrap it by hand. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make touching wraps all the way up the fly. What you'll notice on this fly, on this material, is that it is a corded product that has a variety of different components to it. There's a clear strand in it that helps in that translucent effect, a little bit of shimmer to it. There's a dark smoky gray to it as well that you can see pretty clearly on this video right now. And then there's a black core to it and a little bit of a UV shimmer clear as well. We'll bring that up the body of this midge and we'll tie it up at the front. So you can see that there is about 4 or 5 different strands of material in the center here. You get the clear stuff, you get the black core with a little bit of smoky gray on the side there, and then some clear and translucent binding materials in there as well. So we'll go ahead and tie that off right behind the bead, and we'll snip that off. So you can see some of that translucent and shimmery gray in there. That's just going to help to really represent some of that gas-filled midge that we've got imitating in this bug. So we're going to take that black small, that ultra wire, and start to rib that with open wraps up the fly. It's going to add a little bit of segmentation. We'll stop that with a little bit of space behind that bead. Just enough space to do our thorax. We'll tie in our wing case material next. And our wing case material is going to be UTC Pearl Tinsel, and this is the Ice Blue Pearl. I'm going to put that right on top of the hook. If you watched our Dark Knight Riser video, we talked about that blue is one of the last colors to disappear in the water column with the light spectrum. So this is a great pattern to fish at multiple depths. That's why I like having this little bit of blue on there. So we'll go ahead and seat that on the top of the hook. The dubbing ball that we're going to make right behind the bead is going to be made from black superfine dubbing. And we're going to use a very small amount. It's really easy to overdo this fly and make this dubbing ball too big. We're going to take a small amount and we're going to build just a little bit of a dubbing ball, a little bit of a thorax right behind that bead. We'll go ahead and add just a tiny bit more. It's better to add in layers. Got a nice little thorax there. We'll go ahead and pull that tinsel over the top. Put one wrap over the top of this and make it seat with a little bit tighter wrap, and then fold it back over just for a little bit of durability. Take our scissor blades. We'll just nick the edge of that and allow it to tear across. That way it makes a cleaner head. Last step here, we'll go ahead and whip finish this. And snip off our thread. And that is the Dark Knight Midge. It's a great pattern, lots of versatility in it. You can do the body in a multiple of different colors. It's productive in this dark gray color, red, olive, purple, rust. There's a variety of colors available from Montana Fly Company. You can find this pattern on RockyMountainFlyDesign.com or tie up some of your own. Thank you.